I have finally finished learning lesson 6 of Carrie Chung's Taiwan University Open Courses series. And in this lesson, I have learned a lot. So it took me quite a long time to finish this lesson. Like in the beginning of the class, in most of Karen's classes, the first thing is about dictations, and she would say some words and ask students to write down like what words they have heard of. For example, for this class, Carrie Chung, Mrs. Chung or 史嘉琳老师, she has said some words such as lag, lack, past, pack, low, wreck, past, lug, paste, late. I think I can distinguish those sounds, but there are I don't know. Yeah, let's move to the second point. Dabbed, dab. Actually, I didn't know this word before I had this lesson, so it's kind of like 有点敷粉. So Carrie Chung used some gestures to explain what this word means. So she used her hands, to dab like or tap on his face. I said, oh, this is called dab. Third point is about the difference between consonants and vowels. Like when you pronounce consonants, there will be obstructions. So airflow is not very smooth. There's something like always something to stop airflow, kind of stuff. So it's called obstructions. Okay, so you can try to experience the movement of airflow, like when you say consonants and when you speak, when you pronounce the sounds of vowels. You can have a try. Okay, the fourth point is about parameters. I was surprised it's pronounced as parameters because I always pronounce it as parameters. So Carrie Chung pronounced it as parameters. And okay, the fifth point is about the short vowel and a long vowel. So there is a difference between lips and leaves. And the sixth point is about the difference between use and use. So when this word is a noun, it's called use. So the last sound is voiceless. But when it's a verb, the last sound becomes a voiced sound. So it's use vs use, and house vs house. For example, and Karen using example. For example, let's see. He said, okay, this building houses this institute. This building houses this institute. 也就是说，这个学院坐落houses 就在这个 building 里面的意思。Okay, so teeth and teeth. So it's a difference between voiceless sound and a voiced sound. There will be some change, like voiceless to voiced when the when the word is changed from noun to its verb form. The seventh point is about like when you pronounce the glottal stop, sound of glottal stop, you'll feel that your tummy is tight, becomes tight. So if you do not pronounce that word, of course, your tummy is still very relaxed. The eighth point is about the phrase fine, or the word fine-grained. 细分 its meaning is 细分. Okay, and the next point is about the 单母音 monophthong. So the let's see, the the spelling is kind of interesting. You know, ph normally we pronounce it as f, but here actually it's silent, so it's monophthong, monophthong, diphthong, 双母音或者双元音。Diphthong's pronunciation is very similar to Chinese, but like in English, it's a little bit longer. The 11th point is about not 的各种音标混乱。chaos, it's chaos, not no. Alright, so I don't know how to say the word 音标 key, yeah, not sure. And Carol Chung mentioned something again, and I think she has already mentioned in the first 5 videos, is that, okay, because America is powerful, so they can do whatever they want. That's why when they use 音标, their 音标 is different from the rest of the world. So she said, okay, if you want to learn 音标, don't refer to American dictionary because you'll find everyone is different. And I think she mentioned that Cambridge dictionary is better. I can't remember exactly because in recent days I'm trying to forget about 音标. I'm trying to be illiterate. I'm trying to pretend that I'm illiterate. 我假装自己是文盲. So I want to learn those words or new words based on sounds. In recent days, my focus has switched from reading to listening, so that's why I don't care about the 音标 anymore. And the 12th point is rhotic. What's the meaning of rhotic? Rhotic 就是那种儿化音, some R sound after a vowel, rhotic dialect. I think, and Carol Chung said, okay, her accent is a rhotic accent. It's what the English she speaks is a rhotic dialect. I think Middle West English accent is kind of rhotic, because they will say park. You can say that you will feel the little bit R sound. However, in some parts of America, people don't speak rhotic dialect. For example, like in some parts of South, their accent is not rhotic because and Karen here like just raised the hypothesis. She said she's not sure about it, but she thought it might be related to that in period of history, American history, like people in the South like to send their children to the Britain to have some schooling. So, and you know, in British English there is no rhotic sounds. That's why the people who went to study in Britain have brought the non-rhotic dialect back to home. Okay, so those are like the tiny little things in her videos. Some of the content she has mentioned some of her content in previous videos, but I think it's very nice that we can repeatedly learn it to emphasize them, to memorize, or to master, to emphasize, to learn all this knowledge. Okay, now I'm going to say like some for some concepts. I'm really shocked at some concepts. For example, she mentioned that in British English, people were distinguished and of course, is a schwa sound, a neutral vowel. Normally, it has never been stressed, so it's always unstressed. And she said, okay, in American English, this and they are pretty similar. For example, bug, umbrella. But she said, like in British English, it's very distinct. The two sounds are very distinct. For example, a cup of tea. This is American English, a cup of tea. But in British English, probably will be a cup of So cup of tea. A cup of tea. a cup of tea. It's kind of different. But here I'm still very confused. Like Karen mentioned that umbrella should be this one, but when I checked the Webster Merriam-Webster dictionary, it's this one. But as Karen said, don't refer to American dictionary, so maybe I can forget about Merriam-MV. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Okay, and the second point is about of. Now f in all cases, almost all the cases, is pronounced as f. Only when it's in the word only when it's in the word of, it's pronounced as v. So this is the only time f can be pronounced as v. Yeah. Third point is pet vs pet vs pet and pet. To be honest, I'm kind of a little bit. I kind of forgot what this is about, but now maybe now just my hypothesis. Maybe why note down this point. I wanted to say, okay, pet. So pet. Although they are both and add both short vowel. Although they are both short vowel, clearly, like the sound of the length of a is shorter than a. So it's pet. So a is a little bit longer. And the fourth is about happy. It's not happy, it's happy something. And the 5 BPM, why do we like categorize like that? Is because like a BPMF probably is the labial sound, like use lips, and the DTNL is like some kind of teeth. GKH is like more the back. So actually there is some logic behind the categorization.